Welcome to PMI News. I am Syed Liaquat Hussain on the desk, and the news headlines today are as follows. KTR slams Modi government on COVID-19 vaccine procurement. New district name will be given in honor of PV Narasimha Rao. Sharmila hits out at KCR for failing to administer COVID vaccines. Single day numbers drop below 1,500 mark in Telangana. 184 test positive in Hyderabad. Parents need not to fear about multi-system inflammatory syndrome. Nadda apprises Modi of upcoming assembly polls preparations. PM Narendra Modi urged to ensure optimum milieu for medical staff. Hyderabad senior scribe Jabbar Sahab is no more in this world. The news are in detail now. Telangana IT and Industry Minister K.T. Rama Rao once again aimed his guns on the central government, asking where the rupees 35,000 crore that was earmarked for vaccine procurement has gone. He also slammed the Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led centre to answer questions from the public. The IT Minister passed some pretty scathing remarks against the Modi on COVID-19 vaccine shortage the country is currently facing.
KTR, who also said that the union government seems to have no sense of urgency or clear strategy for its COVID-19 vaccination policy. His comments came during the hashtag AskKTR Twitter campaign that he undertook government. Ask Government of India that bundled up and created the situation where states are pitted against one another and against PVT sector. They didn't place orders when they had to, and even now don't want to call for a single tender for the entire country. Was his response to a Twitter user who asked him, "Where is my vaccine?" The IT minister had announced on Sunday that he would take questions from the public on Twitter, as he had been receiving a lot of questions and suggestions about the ongoing COVID-19 vaccination drive in India. KTR stated that when state governments are reaching out to COVID-19 vaccine manufacturers, they are clearly being told that companies would rather deal with one entity, the Government of India. KTR stated that the centre unfortunately seems to have no urgency to go for a global procurement to all Indian states. While responding to another question, prior to this, he had asked the centre to purchase vaccines from other countries which have it in excess.
Lockdown relaxation development package for Huzurabad Assembly constituency, keeping in view the likely by-election and the cancellation of 12th standard exams, would take center stage in the cabinet meeting to be held on Tuesday. The proposal to name one of the North Telangana districts after former Prime Minister PV Narasimha Rao or carving a new district to be named after PV would also be discussed in the meeting. On the eve of the 100th birth anniversary of Telangana Pride, PV on June 28, the Chief Minister is keen to accord a befitting honor to the former Prime Minister. YSRCP leader YS Sharmila on Sunday hit out at Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao for failing to administer COVID vaccine to people of the state. She alleged that the first dose was stopped in all government hospitals of the state a month back. In a Twitter message, she wondered if the state government was not getting the vaccine doses from vaccine manufacturers who belong to Hyderabad. Sharmila, while targeting the TRS party, she urged KCR to change his mindset at least now and urged him to take steps for ensuring that vaccines were made available to all needy people of the state. After so many days of second wave, there is betterment seen in COVID cases as it is dropped below 1,500 in Telangana state, and you may listen the news here in detail.
The single-day COVID-19 numbers dropped below 1,500 mark in Telangana on Sunday, June 6, as the state recorded 1,436 cases. The one-day tally was on the high side on Saturday, as the state had recorded 2,070 cases a day before. The situation improved on Sunday and the tally dropped below the 1,500 mark. The addition of 1436 cases has taken the state's tally to 5,91,170. The number of recovered patients was on the high side, 3,614. People were cured and discharged from the hospitals. In total, 5,60,776 people have been cured in the state. The death toll moved to 3,378 with 14 people succumbing to the infection. The latest numbers suggest that there are 27,016 active cases in the state. Telangana's recovery rate is 94.85%. The testing remained on the high side and the officials collected 97,751 samples on Sunday. In total, the officials have collected 1,58,61,242 samples. The reports of 1,587 tests are awaited. Talking of cities, Hyderabad witnessed 184 new COVID-19 cases. The city had recorded 245 cases a day before. Hyderabad has been hit hard with COVID-19, but the situation is improving there. Meanwhile, the state government is likely to discuss the lockdown station on Tuesday, June 8. Telangana has been under lockdown for a while. The lockdown is in place till June 10.
As per experts, COVID-19 itself might not seriously affect children in the third wave, but other severe complications like multisystem inflammatory syndrome due to COVID can turn into a bigger problems. According to officials, over 50 children with MISC are under treatment at Nilafar Hospital at present. According to Murali Krishna, Superintendent of Nilafar Hospital, there has been no serious case and the children were getting discharged within 5 days. However, doctors say that parents need to keep a watch on children for symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, pain in the stomach, skin rash, feeling unusually tired, fast heartbeat, rapid breathing, redness in eyes, redness or swelling of the lips, tongue, face, redness or swelling of the hands or feet, headache or dizziness. If such symptoms are found to be there for more than 24 hours, then they should consult the doctors. Assembly elections are scheduled in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Goa and Manipur during February, March next year. Gujarat Assembly polls are also slated for 2022 end.
BJP chief JP Nadda and party's general secretaries met Prime Minister Narendra Modi here and apprised him of the upcoming assembly polls preparations in 5 states early next year. Assembly elections are scheduled in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Goa and Manipur during February-March next year. Gujarat Assembly polls are also slated for 2022 end. Sources said that Modi was apprised of the outcome of the discussion held on the upcoming assembly polls preparations and the ongoing organizational works including Seva Hai Sangathan 2.0. Main focus of the discussion with the Prime Minister was the assembly polls, especially Uttar Pradesh, they said. BJP General Secretary Bhupender Yadav said, "We had a meeting with the national president. Poll-bound states were discussed in the meeting. Future programs of the party are also discussed in the 2-day meeting. It is also learned that the results of the recently held assembly polls were also discussed in Nadda's 2-day meeting with the general secretaries." Sources added that the works done by the state units under Seva Hai Sangathan 2.0 campaign, which was launched to provide help and relief to the people during the second wave of COVID pandemic, were also reviewed.
The Indian Medical Association IMA on Monday appealed to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his intervention to resolve the long-pending pleas of the Council and to ensure optimum milieu for medical professionals without mental and physical fear. The Medical Council expressed anguish over continuing attempts of certain people to propagate disbelief and misinformation in relation to vaccines and the evidence-based scientific protocols of modern medicine released from time to time by the Ministry of Health along with the guidance of ICMR and the COVID-19 Task Force.
raising increasing incidents of physical violence against the doctors and the healthcare professionals. The IMA said the brutal assault on a young doctor in Assam and the assault on lady doctors and even on veteran practitioners across the country are causing mental trauma among the practitioners. It said that many young doctors have also lost their lives on account of their dedicated service to thousands of people, which has affected not only the doctors but also many of their close family members, it said. There are cases where both husband and wife, being doctors, have lost their lives, leaving behind their children as orphans. With the continuous and ongoing physical and mental assault on our doctors, as well as purposeful spread of misinformation against modern medicine and vaccination by certain people with vested interests, the IMA said. It is constrained to once again appeal to you, the Prime Minister, to personally intervene and resolve our long pending pleas. PMI News, Hyderabad.
A senior most journalist, Jabbar Siddiqui, worked for over 3 decades in Siyasat Urdu Delhi, passed away at his home on Sunday night. He was 78 and survived by his wife, a son, and 2 daughters. Jabbar Saab, as he was fondly called by his fellow scribes, was the senior most crime reporter who was known to have maintained excellent contacts in the police department right from constable to the chief of police level. He was also known for his penchant to guide the beat reporters by sharing information, a quality for which Jabbar Saab is remembered even after his retirement from Siyasat long time ago.
A senior most journalist, Jabbar Siddiqui, worked for over 3 decades in Siyasat Urdu Delhi, passed away at his home on Sunday night. He was 78 and survived by his wife, a son, and 2 daughters. Jabbar Saab, as he was fondly called by his fellow scribes, was a senior most crime reporter who was known to have maintained excellent contacts in the police department right from constable to the chief of police level. He was also known for his penchant to reporters by sharing information, a quality for which Jabbar Saab is remembered even after his retirement from Siyasat long time ago. At a time when there were no cell phones and social media tools like WhatsApp, which ensure quick dissemination of information, Jabbar Saab was the sole person in the journalist circles to have the information ready, be it like a development in far-off places like Srikakulam or an incident in Dabirpura. He somehow managed to get information quickly. Another quality fellow journalists fondly recall is his everlasting smile and his willingness to share information which probably could have saved the lives of a few journalists working in other media organizations. Even for the police officers, he was the only go-to source to confirm pieces of information, especially in times of communal conflagrations that plagued the capital city of Hyderabad. It was not uncommon for police officers on the field, especially those who were working in special branch or intelligence, to call up Jabbar Saab to unofficially confirm incidents.
Telangana Chief Secretary Somesh Kumar today held a teleconference with the district collectors, DMHOs and superintendents of government hospitals of Bhadradri, Kothagudem, Karimnagar, Khammam, Nalgonda and Suryapet districts on COVID situations, test positivity and bed occupancy in the hospitals. The CS reviewed the COVID situation on the directions of Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Chief Secretary reviewed the situation and instructed the collectors to prepare a plan and pay special attention on control of COVID-19 in the villages and specific areas in the districts where more cases were reported. Chief Secretary directed to focus on border villages and take preventive measures, duly increasing tests. S.A.M. Rizvi, Secretary Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Srinivas Rao, Director Public Health, Dr. Gangadhar, OSD to Chief Minister participated in the review meeting. Commissioner of Police Hyderabad Sri Anjani Kumar IPS visited the City Police Learning Center, Chelapura, Hyderabad and inspected the vaccination process for police personnel and their family members. CP has interacted with police families Sri Gajarao Bhupal IPS DCP South Zone and other officers have attended the program.
पुलिस साउथ जोन के तरफ से आज यहाँ सीटीसी चेलापुरा में पुलिस फैमिली मेंबर्स के लिए वैक्सीनेशन का ये दौर चल रहा है। हमारे डॉक्टर साहब, डॉक्टर राजशेखर रेड्डी साहब और इनकी पूरी टीम हैदराबाद सिटी पुलिस के हर विंग, ट्रैफिक, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, CAR, होमगार्ड, सभी के फैमिली मेंबर्स का वैक्सीनेशन 4 जगह हैदराबाद में हो रहा है। बेगमपेट, पेटला बुर्ज, अंबरपेट और ये चेलापुरा। पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के फैमिली मेंबर्स अभी तक रफली 33,000 से ज़्यादा लोगों का रजिस्ट्रेशन हुआ है और हर रोज़ हम लोग करीब 500 से 700 हर सेंटर पे टारगेट रख रहे हैं करने का। और मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट के तरफ से हर जगह टीम आई है और यहाँ हमारे पास DCP साउथ जोन भोपाल और पूरे CTC के सभी मेंबर्स, सभी ऑफिसर मिलकर ये काम कर रहे हैं डॉक्टर्स लोग के साथ। आज मैं आप लोगों से अपील करना चाहता हूं, खास करके पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के सभी फैमिली मेंबर्स को, यह गवर्नमेंट के तरफ से आपकी सेफ्टी और सिक्योरिटी के लिए इंतजामात किए गए हैं। इस फैसिलिटी को अवेल करिए, इसका फ़ायदा उठाइए और अपने आप को, अपने फैमिली मेंबर को, अपने पूरे घर को, अपने पूरे शहर को ये कोरोना से बचाइए। पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के तरफ से एक बार फिर हम डॉक्टर राजशेखर रेड्डी साहब को और इनके पूरे टीम मेंबर को बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि वैक्सीनेशन का ये कार्यक्रम करके हमारे पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के ऑफिसर्स के फैमिली मेंबर्स का जान बचा रहे हैं, उनका सेफ्टी और सिक्योरिटी कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you for watching PMI News, and I would like to request you to please subscribe our channel and do not forget to press bell icon in order to get our updates regularly on time.